Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, happy Sunday. Please continue to pray for me by leaving a dislike on this video. Let me see how many dislikes I have gotten in recent videos because I do really well when I get a lot of dislikes. Let me see. My last video this morning, I got 2 dislikes on the video this week. That's not bad out of just a few hours. Yesterday, I recorded a video asking you guys to pray for me as well, and I got 1 dislike. I sang the Peter Schiff show opening yesterday just to relieve some tension, and I got 1 dislike from that. But I got 2 likes. I ask that you please stop leaving likes on my video. Likes tend to bring me a lot of bad luck for some reason. Unfortunately, I don't know why people still leave likes on my videos. I asked for a prayer for my art career back on October 22nd, and I got 3 likes, and I didn't get any dislikes from that. That's unfortunate. But the reason all the sadness as of late and the resulting distractions and accidents and mishaps. I've gotten into a lot of mishaps lately. Just yesterday, I almost lost all of my students' work. I had gone to look for an event at the student union, put my papers down, and I left without them. And it wasn't until I got home did I realize, oh my God, my students' papers. And so fortunately, they were right where I left them. I burned some popcorn at the student union as well. I had put a bag of popcorn in the microwave and probably put the wrong amount of time on the microwave. I went back to uh, the pool table, and next thing I know, there's smoke billowing out of that break area, and some fire alarm had sounded actually. And then all the near miss car accidents. As I speak, I feel chest pain still to this day. That chest pain has not disappeared for I can't even remember when it began now. That's how long. I felt okay when I went to see the solar eclipse in April, but you know what? I probably had this kind of pain before that even. Uh I'm trying to think of other events and whether or not I felt this pain. I started my work at Rio Salado in January of 24, and I think I felt it at that time, if I were to be honest. Not as intensely as I do now, but this pain has been with me for a long time. And lately, it's causing all sorts of mayhem in my life. I just got into an argument last week with my landlord. Actually, walk with me so I can show you what had happened. I had gone to the bathroom at our home, and the toilet kind of sucks. I'm gonna flush it in. I need to flush it anyway now because it hardly flushes. All right, this is. I think this is gonna be my first time showing a flushing toilet on my YouTube videos here. Here, let's put some toilet paper in there so I can show you guys just how weak the toilet is. All right, ready? That one wasn't so bad. Anyway, so what had happened last week? What had happened last week was I was lonely, and I decided I could use that as an opportunity to do body detoxes. So I took large doses of charcoal and castor oil to flush my system because I knew I wouldn't be seeing anybody anyway, right? I'll let you read up about what activated charcoal and castor oil do, but uh, long story short, it makes you crap like crazy. And that's the last thing I want to do after I meet somebody. So I figured since I'm so lonely anyway, this is a great time to do a flush, right? And I did. and I proceeded to poop 3, 4, 5 times. And so I had gone to the bathroom here, and I didn't realize that the toilet had overflowed. And I went back to my room to probably record some Peter Dislike shows, or to write a couple of computer games, or to just randomly send messages to friends of friends on Facebook and hope for the best, right? And next thing I know, there's a commotion outside, and my the owner of the place and my other roommate were they didn't realize I was in the house, and they had already started to clean the area. And then my landlord screamed at me about all how I never keep the place clean and all that. And I apologized to her and said, there's been something in my life that's been weighing me down, and I apologized to her. And to her credit, she didn't ask me what the life event was. I kept it at it. There's something going on in my life that's kind of weighing me down. I apologize. I've learned that less is more. The more you try to elaborate, usually you just dig yourself a hole, right? So, for example, I also got into trouble with my car. I had gotten pulled over for speeding. Again, I'm distracted out of my mind, not thinking. And when the officer pulled me over, I said more or less the same thing. There's been some kind of life event. I'm sorry. I'll pay attention to it. Let me know if there's any other roads where I need to be watchful for that. And I didn't get a ticket, so that was nice. Had I elaborated on how I have been lonely and distracted, and can't find a friend, and oh my God, winter's coming up. I want to get this done with before I go on vacation. I guarantee he would have thrown the book at me, right? And so I've learned that less is more. Just keep it. There's been a life event. Like tomorrow when I go to work, I'm gonna have to see if I can carpool with one of my. I live very close to the school, and I don't feel comfortable driving anymore. I went to look up public transportation, and I didn't have any luck. This is Apache Junction. It's mostly a retirement community. Uh, I don't know why a community college is smack in the middle of a. What's the median age here in Apache Junction? The median age here is 53.9 years old, and yet smack in the middle of it, a community college. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Um, but tomorrow when I get to work, I'm gonna have to find out if there's somebody who can help me get to work for at least a week or two, and I'm gonna keep it at. I've had some health problems, right? And avoid elaborating too much. The good news is that people are very sensitive these days. Most people are not going to ask, right? So, for example, one of my uh, uh, one of my colleagues is in recovery. Nobody would dare ask him what kind of drug he was recovering from, right, or what kind of situation. Who knows, right? Could even be a behavioral recovery. Who knows, right? Nobody feels like they have any business asking, right? So that's good. At least we're sensitive nowadays, because I don't want to be throwing. I think people will figure it out though, because I've been talking about if anybody can hook me up with the right person, right? And then all of a sudden I'm too distracted to be driving. I think people will put two and two together, but it doesn't have to be out there, right? There's a good chance my landlord has put two and two together as well, right? But it doesn't have to be spoken out, so that's good. But anyways, I've been distracted, and the reason for all this distraction is that, first of all, like I said, as I'm recording this, I'm already feeling a lot of chest pains. Part of the reason I went to show you guys the toilet was to kind of take my mind off of what's going. Little pieces, little nuggets of entertainment like that, right? Even the Peter Dislike show kind of gesture can take my mind off of that, right? People ask me why I go Peter Dislike on my video. A lot of it is just diversion. A lot of it is diversion. Um, oh, the other day, I didn't notice this, but here's another nugget of entertainment. I had accidentally left the refrigerator door ajar like that. Here, I'll leave it like that because something interesting happens. And then I went to cook something, and I thought here the refrigerator will beep. But I thought that my cooking was setting off the smoke alarm. And I frantically went to open doors and windows, and to no avail. There's hardly any smoke coming out of my cooking. Here, let's see if we can get the refrigerator to beep. Because that was kind of funny the other day. And I went looking for the smoke detector. And come on, come on. Oh, there's something else in the freezer I want to show you guys. I made a ganesh. Oh no, it's starting to deform and break. And I made a couple ganeshes out of ice. I didn't have a place to do bismuth at the time, so. So they've been around for like a week, and only one of them chipped and deformed. I'll keep it in there. Come on, I want the refrigerator to beep, though. I'll leave it for a few more moments until it beeps. But I thought it was the smoke alarm, and I frantically ran around the house looking for the smoke alarm and opening doors and windows. That's how distracted I have become as of late. And then I almost killed somebody. I on the road the other day. I had made a U-turn looking for directions. Next thing I know, I was 2 feet away from an SUV, and can't sleep. You know, I recorded a video this morning, and then I didn't want to get out of bed, and I tossed and turned and thinking about. I just want to be able to take another vacation in peace again. And yesterday, I was looking at previous vacation videos that I took, and it made me even more sad. Because of usually, how many people here have looked at a friend going on vacation on Facebook and gotten depressed over it? I guarantee a lot. I tend not to get depressed about that, actually, but I get very depressed when I look at my previous vacations for some reason. It is weird because I think about how in the 5, 6, 7, 8 years since that vacation, how life has gone sideways. And that's even more sad than seeing a friend go on vacation in some regards. So that's the beeping sound. And the other day I was cooking when that went off, and I was like, where's the smoke detector? And I started opening doors and windows. And so, all right, we'll close the door now. But anyways, yesterday I was looking at previous vacations, and I got even more sad. I had gone to Taiwan 5 years ago for I had competed in TAAI conference, so artificial intelligence, and I'm trying to think what were the highlight. One of the biggest highlights of that trip was I was staying in a hotel that was on the 9th floor, and one day I decided to take the stairs all the way to the 9th floor, but the lights had turned off when I was on the stairs for some reason. They were getting ready to close for the lobby for the night, and I started turning on one light after another as I was going up the stairs, and the guy at the front desk was so upset, he shouted into the stairwell, "Turn off the lights!" And it upset me so much that I screamed back at him, like, "Fuck you," or something like that. And then I was so afraid to see him, and I had to go around him. And uh, I was at I was at a hostel in Macau as well, and I was competing in the Computer Olympia at that time. And one day I decided to walk through the casino, and I saw people betting like thousands of dollars a hand on blackjack, and I almost got sick seeing that. I mean, I get nervous just betting thousands of dollars into my 401k, into precious metals, even into bismuth. When I buy $500 worth of bismuth, I always worry in the back of my mind, did I buy it too early? Maybe next week it would have been lower, right? And these people are betting it on blackjack. And it made me sick. I almost wanted to throw up. When I got back to the hotel in Macau, the symbol for hotel is an H, like our hospital symbols. in the United States, right? White on blue. It looked like it was a hospital, not a hotel. And when I looked at it, I'm like, That's kind of appropriate because these people were really sick to be able to bet $5,000 a hand on blackjack." So that was really appropriate. Oh, and at the blackjack tables, the numbers don't have the number 4 in it. It just has 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, because 4 is an unlucky number in Chinese. And I'm thinking that, you're worried about the number 4, but you're not worried about losing $4,000,000 at the table, right? And that was kind of funny to see. The Taiwanese, they really love, gold, and, I was at, one of their, shops, and they have all sorts of, gold jewelry and bars and coins and all that, and so I remember thinking that they're stupid, they should be buying platinum. At the time, platinum was, like, half the price of gold, it's 10 times rarer, and I sang a little jingle to, the store owner, about why the fuck would you buy gold when you can buy platinum for half the price? And he understood a little bit of English, enough to understand the song, and he thought it was funny that I threw the word "fuck" in there, and he laughed his head off. He laughed his head off. Uh, and I don't like platinum either anymore. I like another metal that's way cheaper than gold and platinum, and only a little bit more common than gold. Or next time I go back, I'll have to sing another jingle for him. And I need to do that. My first time in Poland, I had just gotten off the plane and I took a bus into the city. And when I got out of the bus, I looked into the city skyline, and the first building I saw was obviously the Palace of Science and Culture, and I felt like Kevin in Home Alone 2 when he ended up in New York. "My family's in Florida, and I'm in New York," and then he starts touring New York City. He goes onto the observation deck of the Twin Towers. I felt just like Kevin when I arrived in Poland. I was away from my family, no care in the world, and so that was fun. That was fun. The only problem I had was, when I got to the hotel, it wasn't ready yet because I got there early in the morning. I was really upset about that. And I had gone to a grocery store, and I was surprised at how I got a little bit of sticker shock actually because everything was so cheap. But I was thinking that the prices were in euros, and I had euros for I had gone to the Computer Olympiad in Amsterdam, and then I flew to Poland, so I still had euros in my pocket, and as I was paying for them, I'm like, "Oh, wait, it's Polish zloty, I gotta go change currency first." And so everything that I thought was cheap was actually 4 times cheaper than cheap, and so I got a nice pleasant sticker shock, and then I thought about I need to move here to retire because if I sell all of my, assets, I really could retire in Poland. Oh, man, so which is great. Ironically, one of my biggest assets nowadays is now used to make something that Poland was famous for discovering as well, right? Alright, so and it made it I was looking at these videos and it made me wanna go back, but then I realized I can't, and it made me really sad, and I jammed up, and then instead of looking at that, I looked at other people's vacations on Facebook, and that didn't feel so bad, actually, it's kinda weird. I wonder if there's a vacation envy that's based on vacations from your past, like a past life vacation envy or temporal vacation envy. I wonder if there is such a concept. There has to be. I can't be unique in that regard, right? Alright, alright, please, continue to pray for me and pray that I somehow make it back on vacation. I'll probably want to make some friends first before I go because moving to Arizona was kind of a mistake now looking back. Because what did I get out of it? I got heat waves that last half the year. I got huge geography, long commutes to go anywhere, whether it be to work or to a social event. I got groups that are hard to break into, prejudices sometimes. I did get some healthy work environments, though. I gotta say that the community colleges I'm teaching at are probably some of the healthiest work environments I've ever worked at, right? Not perfect, but some of the healthiest I have. And chronic chest pains, feeling like I'm gonna die for almost a year in a row now. I'm trying to think back when I first felt it because I want to know how long it's been. If I've mentioned it on previous YouTube videos, let me know because I want to know how long my chest has been in pain like this. I can't remember the first time, but it feels like it was probably in 23. Um, oh, in 23 I had a big problem because I couldn't find an opponent to play Ticket to Ride Poland with me, and I was getting ready to program the AI for the game. So yeah, the chest pain and the heartbreak kind of situation started in 23. I mean, it's been in remission from time to time, but it really started in 23, and it really kicked up in earnest during the heat wave this year. There's nothing like a heat wave where you can't go anywhere and then you realize you have no friends. There's nothing like that to really cause chest pains, right? And I feel like it is potentially shortening my life expectancy. So I don't know why I even moved here, but now I can't get out because I have some of the least toxic jobs I've ever had. So it's kind of a conundrum now, right? I'll definitely work on getting good references from both of these jobs, and in the meantime, I am applying for other work in other places. And oh yeah, another thing to pray for me. Pray that I there's it's a long shot, but there's a celebrity that I like online, and she actually responded to me. And I two things I like about her. First, she has some similar ideologies toward relationships as I do, and second, I want to inherit her citizenship so I could go retire. So pray that that goes well as well. Oh man, pray that that I get out of Phoenix, right? But I need I don't know why I moved here to Phoenix, but because of the non-toxic jobs I now have, I can't leave. Which is we could write a book about this. We really could. All right, pray for me by leaving a dislike on this video. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.